Hey guys, Tarab here bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Fields of Winnekendonk. Playing face pointing in the south we have Serene Smile, playing his US forces who has infantry, mechanized and tactical support. Teaming up with him is Azxc, playing as Brits who has commandos, engineers and tactical support. From the north we have Flachi playing as OKW who has grand offensive, special operations and overwatch, and finally Imbbe playing as Ostheer who has spearhead, Jaeger armor and elite troops. Just rankings here. It's a Patreon backer submitted game. Allies and arranged team. Oh, I got it open. 480-ish. And Axis are randoms. Flachi around 360 and Imbbe around 190. So here we are, coming around the corner with the Kubel. A little bit late on the next squad of infantry though. Oof. Don't quite manage to get the sandbags down there, unfortunate. Coming out to try and flank machine gun now, but doesn't look like that's quite going to line up in terms of timings. It's a bit of a rough start here for AZ. Oh boy, big trouble there for the Kubel. Nearly goes down. Be really careful about exposing your rear armor on the Kubel like that. So much more vulnerable on the rear to the small arms damage. Able to come back, repair this up. Not really pressuring too much behind that with the rifleman. Got the third one coming in now though. Could be a good time to make a push. Really just coming into here to flank the section. And there it goes.
Machine gun crew awaiting orders. Enemy
Okay,
threatening
Vic is
a
out
capture
now
point.
for AZ and going for another section now as well. A lot of troops for tech. And generally, I'm not a huge fan of the Vickers. Unless you got like a nice building to put it in. Not really the case on this map. And against Ostheer, it can be a little bit risky going for the Vickers in the early stages. If they decide to go for a sniper. Double nades out.
Infantry section is ready for battle.
Ooh, cheeky stuff there for Serene Smile. You know, one grenade wouldn't have been enough. Those, you could see the damage got reduced by the heavy cover for the first nade, but the second nade will blast through the damage reduction of the heavy cover quite nicely. Just suppressing now, MG42 rolling up. Looks like the MG42 is just in Vickers range. Not the same in return. One model here of the crew staying out to the side. Be careful, need to get the squad out of MG42 range. Because now coming into MG42 range, so it's a little bit of a clumsy maneuver. Because could have just stayed in position. The squad, you know, backpedaled out slightly. Would have been fine. And now you don't have any healing up quite yet, but nearly there. But yeah, if you're going for this many sections, building mechs doesn't really make that much sense. Might as well just get the med kits. And looks like it's going to be a side switch from AZ. I think, you know, with 4 sections and a Vickers should have enough firepower to overwhelm and out-position, out-maneuver. At least before the 222 arrives. Ooh, late retreat there. It was a close call.
Mechanized mortar carrier is now
There
ready
you
for
go. Good
action.
couple squads coming around the side. Sometimes you need to stay in these fights for a little bit longer while your flanking squads really get cooking. You're not taking too much damage while you're flanking either, typically. With your suppressed units, with all the damage reduction. Received accuracy reduction.
Our territory.
Rough nade out. Quite a lot of damage there. And retreating there. So those Poes retreated anyway. So it's not going to be a lightning fast 2-2 with only a 3 green start. Poes were on the field until now, so that's fine. Get the WC-51 out for Serene Smile. Quite a late option on this. Kind of at the timing where you'd be considering building a proper sized light vehicle. Not entirely sure how long this has been on the field for, but the amount of veterancy it has, it doesn't look like it's too long. It's like it was called in to kill off the Kubel, but kind of at the stage where you could be building an M20 instead, and probably should. The mark target is pretty strong. It does actually reduce armor of the target. So on these small arms battles, it actually does make quite a lot of difference. Jumping into the WC there with the rear echelon. But yeah, if you're going for the WC-51, probably be building it maybe as like your 3rd unit before the Lieutenant Tech. That way you should have enough munitions to put a machine gun on it pretty much straight away. Here comes the Kubel. WC-51 has to back out. Overwhelming number of riflemen here though. Trying to plant some mines, but interrupted. A big old flank coming in here from AZ. Doesn't look like the squad's going to go down there. It's around behind the safety of the building, and here comes the 222. The AZ about to pop out. And he has medics as well, okay. He should be prioritising getting the AC out faster than this, but I guess maybe it wasn't actually an option because the fuel control's been subpar for the Allies so far. They had better control at this point, but clearly not. Flak half track out now, trying to get the AT grenade off before the retreat. So the retreat path is pretty safe as well. The Vic is doing some nice work down here. Looks like the Kubel going to try chasing for the wipe on it. But with the Vickers there, that's probably going to backfire if he comes around that corner. Oh, here we go.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
And yeah, maybe he didn't notice there was his teammate getting shot at by the machine gun earlier, and they're a random team, so maybe understand that a bit more. But oh boy, bringing the medics in here. I wonder if that was an accident. Maybe he's just trying to milk a bit more capping value. This could be dangerous for the lieutenant on retreat. AC coming to clear off the cover. We do have that telemine back there. Has to be careful. Does have a sweeper squad coming out now, but it's on quite far away from the action of the AEC at the moment. Back half track coming in. We've got a Stuart in the build for Serene Smile. Did tick grenades, remember, so it is a bit slower getting that Stuart going. Also went for the ambulance before the Stuart, so slowed the Stuart down a long way. Did leave himself exposed to the light vehicle pressure. And if your teammate's going to build medics, you can always use their healing as well. It might be a little bit hard, but you just send like only the super low health squads to your teammate's base to heal up. You have to send them all across. Oh, this is too risky. Oh, pack coming in from the sides, but the 222 can just attack round through here. And there goes the AEC. Greedy stuff. Trying to take that 2-on-1 with the AEC. And that is a painful loss. It's a decent map for some anti-tank gun action, and should be building one of those immediately after losing the AEC if you're not planning to rebuild it. We're which, you know, 10 minutes into the game I probably wouldn't be, unless I was up against some like crazy like triple light vehicles from the enemies as well. Or maybe if you're planning to go for like a command vehicle on it, maybe for more engineers, something like that. It's like an important part of the strategy. Mine's interrupted, anti-tank gun in the build. Looks like the Stuart took quite a lot of damage. Trying to close in for the 18 nade, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And a few units into the retreat path as well could be trouble. Chasing quite deep. Might allow the decap on the fuel at least, and does manage to actually get the snare off. Incendiary rounds activated though, waiting for the retreat wipe. Oh, close call. Does get away though. Decent idea, but just with the sight blockers around here, it doesn't quite work out. Maybe needed a different angle on the machine gun for that to work, but of course, once you pack up the machine gun and try to reposition, the incendiary rounds deactivate, so would have had to do that in advance of activation. Stuart trying to find a way in here. Flak might have just been repaired above one shot to kill. Rakitten's right there. Attack round. No, not on prioritized vehicles. Goes for attack round now, maybe? No, deciding to back out. Close call there for Serene Smile. But ultimately paying the price for not having prioritized vehicles on. Otherwise would have been able to react with an attack round earlier. Oh boy. Engine crit on the WC-51 now.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Rakitten's not going to go for the chase down. Rifleman threatening from the side there. Got a captain from Serene Smile. I think this is a decent choice. The Axis should be relatively close to their medium tanks at this stage. Yeah, in fact, Imbbe's already got tier 3 down. And you know, maybe about a minute's worth of fuel away from a Panzer IV. With double rifle nades in. So with the Allies so far behind on fuel, they're going to need the anti-tank guns, both players to have them. Could maybe tac support airdrop in some anti-tank guns though for Serene Smile. Might have been worth considering. With this commander loadout. Spots the telemine there. Oh, grenades out from AZ. Nearly gets the wipe as well. And the Vickers doesn't have vision, but doing some nice work there with the take aim activation. Getting some Brens going now as well.
Supply line's been cut.
We're at the stage of the game as well where, you know, medium tanks are around the corner. So even though you don't need double anti-tank guns to deal with your opponent's light vehicle, you don't need them to deal with the medium tanks shortly, and by having double anti-tank guns you have a much better chance of killing your opponent's light vehicle. Very, very close call. The Stuart could be in some trouble here. No Faust from that squad. 222 goes down to the anti-tank gun. But the Vickers also gets decrewed. A Faust coming through. But the Rakitten decrewed on the far side. Rifleman thought it was initially a grenade patch, but no, just from regular rifle fire. So maybe the Stuart can get away here. Grenadiers trying to close in for a finishing Faust. Jumps back on. The Vickers trying to save the day here. Oh, the mine! Was that the telemine, or was that an allied mine that got planted in the same spot? Good bit of smoke out here. Going to go for attack rounds with the flak half track, which is often not that successful, but big damage from Grenadiers. AT gun going down fast, and here comes the flak panzer trying to go for the steal on the Rakitten. Smoke out though, that's a pretty good idea. Remember that US smoke does stop guns from firing, generally. You can see the critical appear. Maybe Heavy didn't quite work out that time. It's the marked vehicle from the WC-51 again. Pack trying to kill off the decrewed M1 there. And successful. WC-51 also going down to maybe the machine gun fire. Stewart now in some trouble. Missing though. Getting out of there. Stolen MG42 up there in the north. 50 cal decrewed and stolen by Flachi. Going into Obers next. Okay, second anti-tank gun, that's a good idea. Should have one for AZ as well. Should have had one, you know, for about 3 minutes now. I've got a fuel cache up as well from the Azxc. So really cruising along here. Officer dropping in some artillery. Does not have the second howitzer up yet though, so it's not going to be that strong at this stage. Stewart can go head-to-head pretty well against the Flak Panzer as long as there's no pack nearby. Be very careful you don't take a Faust though. It's of the utmost importance, and looks like he stole his teammates. I'm guessing. So double AT guns now for Imbbe. Oh boy, accidentally driving back in here. Oh, that's going to die to the Faust now. Reifman did as well. Really just suiciding, trying to get a snare off. And now the flak half track into the retreat path as well. Got an anti-tank gun there though. Just one shot off. MG42 decrewed. Oh, and there we go. Nicely done into the smoke. Flak half track goes down, but maybe trying to set back up with the AT gun now taking too much firepower. That's going to go down. But more anti-tank guns back here for the Allies though. No snares. Flak Panzer on a rampage right now.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
And able to blitz out to safety after all of that. And Allies still struggling for territory control. Coming in here, trying to kill off the decrewed weapons again, the Azxc. And might be able to, this T-gun. Oh, it takes so much damage crossing the road. Captain coming around the corner here. He's got a stolen MG42. There we go, T-gun destroyed. Maybe the Allies could steal this Vickers, MG42. But that Flak Panzer got a huge amount of damage done. Trying to branch back out onto the far side here, the Allies. Maybe they don't realise the machine gun is available there for the steal. Otherwise, that would probably be a higher priority action. The problem with branching out to this side is that, you know, your anti-tank guns are over here. There's nothing really guarding the units down the far side, so it's quite risky to spread this far out when you've, you know, lost quite a few anti-tank guns. Don't have any medium tanks yourself to defend with. So whether it be the Panzer IV or the Flak Panzer, it's have to push back out here. So I think the Allies need to go for more of a united front, just staying on this side or going onto this side. One or the other, but need the protection of those anti-tank guns at this stage. Here forgotten about, and down it goes.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Okay, Cromwell for AZ.
Keep it short.
Got a Panzer IV as well.
Send orders! Enemy rounds! Keep your heads down!
Still probably need double anti-tank guns. At least one of the two allied players. You know, Axis do have quite a few mediums, so the double anti-tank guns are very good at sniping those off. And that would be a very nice way to get back into this game. Though, but being said, the Allies aren't actually that far behind on the victory points. Fuel control has been severely lacking, but BPs are not doing too poorly, but now getting cut off from the fuel over here, and therefore making it very expensive and
The capture point is under attack.
painful to try and go for the capture over here. It's quite risky coming out to the far side here. So there's a bit of coordination from the Axis random team. Very easily set up a flank down here and just completely annihilate Serene Smile. Get to a game a losing situation, but there we go. Gets the engine crit in. Engineers on retreat, so it's going to be a long time before that Panzer IV's back on the front lines.
The enemy is reduced to 300 points.
Panzer IV coming around the corner here. Attack ground action missing. The 6-pounder though, finding its mark. Could be pretty handy to get at least one of these sections upgraded with the pyrotechnics now for the booster vision. Probably two or more of them though. Probably rate the booster vision perhaps even higher than going for Brens, especially when you've still got only 4 men. Uh-oh. You're quite likely to drop the double Brens. Trying to go for those upgrades. Okay, at least the captain's there for the recrew. Going for a single Bren, you know, it helps your firepower, but at the same time it also limits your mobility. Making you much worse with the running gun. Dangerous retreat path, but doesn't look like Fat Plans is hitting too much. AT gun's in some trouble, but nice activation of the speed boost to get it out of there. Oh boy, Cromwell in some trouble here. The double anti-tank guns. Luckily one of them misses, but not paying attention, and it goes down. A lot of time there to react. Panzer IV racing down the road here, finds an anti-tank gun. Got a 76mm Sherman about to pop out for Serene Smile. Here come the riflemen, double AT nades. Gonna get the engine crit. Tries to go for a crush, maybe to lower the models so they can't go for the recrew safely, but the 76mm Sherman should be able to capitalize on that. Grenadiers do die though. 76mm misses, first shot AT gun gets one shot in before getting decrewed again. Negative cover really hurting. Clean kill there for the Series 6mm. AT gun though does get picked off for AZ. Again, very deep. Without the retreat paths really being secured at all. Gets an AT grenade in there. Do they have double Piets? Just the single Piet. I wouldn't be trying to chase too much there unless you're going to get the kill. You know, the Piets are pretty inaccurate. I feel like it's got a bad chance of killing, but Ostwind actually doing almost no damage firing on the move here. A lot of terrain issues. Look how little damage the Ostwind's doing here. Hasn't landed a single shot. And the AT grenade has come off cooldown. He got the kill. What was going on with that road? The Flak Panzer didn't do a single point of damage for like 2 full reload cycles. Ends up losing the engineers on retreat, but I'd call that a win for sure. Does mean that maybe repairs are going to be hard to come by. Could even consider going for Royal Engineers maybe for the vehicle crew repairs. To Depends on how this Cromwell does. Okay, M3 memes here for Serene Smile, trying to get something going. We have 5 firing positions from that half track, so the second squad essentially doing nothing. And down goes the half track there. Raketen coming from the side, Panzer 4 coming around the corner, but the AT gun's there. Needs to pop the AP ammo on it. There it goes. 76mm round in the corner, but we've got a second Raketen there. And there we go. Nicely done there by Serene Smile. And able to get away as well. Recon playing up for Imbbe, trying to get something going. 76mm. Oh boy, what's the AT gun doing? That's in some trouble. Ober's looking for the D crew here. Sherman could rattle off some smoke. Could be very nice in this situation. Smoke's going to be the one Flachi bringing it in. Able to recrew the 50 cal though. Might be able to stabilize here still. G42 causing issues. Officer bringing in the artillery. Oh, big hit from the Cromwell. Both Trinities go down, but the machine gun shutting down the rifleman. Cromwell though getting some nasty hits. Panzer 4 on the run. Oh, this could be a wipe on the machine gun. Squad coming into the retreat path. Could be a nice pickup there for the Allies. Have fallen quite far behind on the VPs now though.
Where do you want us?
Rebuild on the anti-tank gun. Did that get destroyed somewhere? Okay, rebuilding the half track as well. It's interesting for Serene Smile. Getting close here to maximize the damage from the machine guns. Looks like he's going to assist in the D crew. He's a little bit risky. Could be some AT guns hiding around here, but risk pays off. Getting back at base at the moment. Looks like maybe the Lieutenant's going to try and recrew that now. I think Flachi trying to save for the King Tiger, so it's really helped the Allies fight their way back into this game. That heavy tank stall from Flachi. They're going to have trouble dealing with that King Tiger. Serene Smile having lost his anti-tank gun. 176mm Sherman's not going to cut it. The AT gun is available for the recrew here, so maybe he's going to go for it once half track comes up here. Looks like maybe AZ cancelled his second anti-tank gun, picking up his teammate's one instead. Going for hammer or anvil or anything? No. But yeah, if you're going to take grenades as well, generally like bolsters better than the Brens. That way you can play more dynamically with your sections. Get them into close range and get those grenades off. Oof. Getting again back at base. And the Ogres go down! Huge hits there from the 76mm Sherman. Dangerous stuff there. Bit of a close call for AZ. Doesn't have much infantry here to support, so these grenadiers going to cause some major problems. Doesn't have vet on this as well. Oh, but nice hit from the Cromwell.
We're losing a capture point.
Looking for a grenade into retreat might be a tiny bit slow. 76mm Sherman coming in for the cleanup though, hoping for the wipe and gets it. 50 cal doing a monster burst. Maybe again, maybe a little bit of negative cover crossing the road coming into effect. That's hard to see. There's the King Tiger rolling up through the center. Allies ill prepared for this. Stream Smile invested a lot of manpower elsewhere, so can't afford a Jackson right now or anytime soon even. Half track here maybe a dangerous purchase. But yeah, unless you're planning on, you know, driving behind the enemy, jumping out, doing some shenanigans, you don't need 2 squads inside the half track. Here's 5 firing positions, and the moles inside are pretty unlikely to die. There's the officer here, bringing in the recon sweep, seeing what the Axis are up to. Broad assembly for AZ.
Good news. The ability is ready for use.
Okay, and locking in. Gonna go for the tactical support. Imbbe, though, has locked into Jaeger armor, and we have seen a couple recon planes from them. I don't think Imbbe had any other commanders with the recon planes. So you might have a read that it's Jaeger armor, and maybe you could be expecting an elephant, given that we haven't seen any panthers or anything yet from Imbbe either. So the crocodile, you know, it's a strong tank, but it's very slow, very vulnerable to the elephant because of that. Maybe you could make good use of it away from the center. Still has to go hammer or anvil first though, and not in the tech yet. Recon plane up. These handguns are here though. Oh, looks alright. 50 cal inside the building there. Just to get them neutralised, but with the Panzer IV there, they're hanging out there for too long. They were kitting around that corner as well. Another recon sweep coming in from AZ. The T-gun's under pressure, but within reinforcement range. Oh, but you can't reinforce if you're decrewed. Nasty hit from the King Tiger there. Oh, he upgraded the forward assembly. Okay. It's got the anti-infantry planes coming in. The observation post cooking. Do some pretty big damage, and with that flak panzer dead, it's going to have a harder time shooting those down now. 76mm Sherman, though, extremely low on health. Smoke coming out from the Sherman, I guess. Okay, he's coming in from the rear with the clown car. Quite a few bazookas connecting, but ooh!
Light vehicle just got destroyed.
Oh boy, AT grenades, but it's not enough damage. The double Winnekendonks took out the half track too fast. The bazookas coming in from the lieutenant now. But the rifleman dies. Some artillery coming in. The AT guns. A lot of damage, but can't get the kills. King Tiger just hanging in there. It's risky stuff doing those kind of half-track plays. Very, very painful. That's why you got to be well practiced in those half-track plays if you want to attempt them. You have to be so fast and like jumping out when you see your half-track's about to die, so you don't lose as many models to death crits. Just about worked out though. Maybe if the riflemen were a touch healthier so they could have stuck around for a couple more volleys after the half-track died, it would have worked out. But yeah, that is one area where putting 2 squads inside the troop transport does work, since the priority of the bazookas leads them to taking up the firing positions. There we go, 76 mils coming in from the side here. Throwing up some smoke on the Raketans. And then getting out. Hit 3, stolen MG42. Holding out a grenade. Oh, this nice dodge though. Decrewing up here in the north. Going for fast repairs. Sixton's doing well. Target back on the move now though. And Serene smile. Doesn't have the best composition to handle that. Decrewed all the way back there though. Section's able to push in quite far. Shermans are back, ready to rumble. 100 VPs down now, the Allies. And this is where, again, the rocket artillery would be really handy for knocking out these AT guns, but the Allies just don't have access to that. Do have access to the planes, though, from this forward assembly. Also very strong. And the artillery cover can be pretty good in these team game scenarios as well, covers such a large area. Good zone denial tool. So again, the Sherman's trying to get something mobilized, but the AA tank guns are right here. I don't think it's going to work out too well, but the Axis are losing a lot of ground right across the map. Get in there from the Elephant. Nice quick retreat from the Cromwell though. Got a Firefly next. Oh boy, AT guns are a little bit exposed here. Double Shermans trying to come in from the rear, but the catch kind of reveals them. So they end up killing that and now backing out, but is providing something for Imbbe to think about. Worried about having to defend against those Shermans coming in from the rear side. T-Gun getting a few hits in here. The Firefly now though, big damage on the King Tiger. Kitten's there though as well. Firefly losing sight before the second shot. Double Shermans up here in the north. We've got the recon plane up spotting for them. This could be trouble. Mass migration. Serene smile. Isolated in the north, the double AT guns. Oh boy. Doesn't look good for these two Shermans at all. One down. Oh boy, and this one's going to go down ultra fast as well. Maybe didn't realize the entire might of the Axis army was rotating up there. Maybe could have like squeaked away coming around this far side, at least with one of the Shermans. Using some smoke perhaps, but not realizing how dire the situation was, trying to fight there, trying to get that Grenadier wipe, and so losing both Shermans, that is ultra painful. Oh no. Stuka getting the decrew now as well. Still though, the Allies are doing pretty well on the VPs. The Axis actually falling behind. Oh boy. Luckily, almost every shot missing somehow on the 76mm Sherman. Oh boy. Oh, that is not good. Had so much time to back away there. all those misses, you know, they really were a gift. Trying to charge in. Whiffering here, expecting it to get stolen by the captain, but decided not to go for that, going for the VPs instead. He is down as well. A little bit late retreat on the captain though, that could be a wipe. Oh, here comes the Cromwell, might be able to save the day. Yep, nice smoke out just in case. King Tiger just about healthy, and Walking Stuka about ready to fire again now as well.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
I was able to flank around this machine gun.
Kraut's down to 100 points.
Would be nice to steal away this AT gun, but maybe it's a little bit too far away for the allies. I've been trying to contribute here, but not the best against infantry. 50 cal does get decrewed by those flanking overs as well. Double AT guns and the Firefly here though for the King Tiger. Stuka lining up. Looks like he's firing over here though, not on the AT guns. Oh, but catches the lieutenant on retreat by coincidence. And that gets wiped. A bit of a lucky break there for Flachi. King Tiger somehow not taking much damage at the moment either. And this is again where the vision on the sections would really come in handy. You know, they get vision, I think it's in cover from being vetted. Following that up with the pyrotechnics. Such a strong vision tool and so helpful in dealing with King Tiger. Oh boy, big hit from the Elephant. We've got the recon plane up spotting. Firefly spot or bother the Sherman though, threatening the flanks. The Elephant backing out. Now the Allies are going to be back on the drain. It's going to be much harder for them to get something going with those double 76mm Shermans having gone down. So he's going to go for the kill on the decrew pack that's up there though. Getting the retreat path not that secure for the 76mm Sherman. Guys have done a pretty good job on the fuel control though. This MG in the building really boxing out the Axis.
Prepare for combat.
Quite a lot of damage on the King Tiger though. Some 6mm coming in from the side. This could be the end of the Panzer IV here. Oh, just out of range of that AT gun, and this one maybe not quite able to get the job done. That was a close call. That Panzer IV could have died there. Trying to crawl around the side here, but it's not going to work. Another machine gun shutting down this flank attempt as well. And the Allies going to try jump into the center here. Infantry doing well on the far side as well. Double AT guns, big damage. The Walking Stuka again, targeting the machine guns instead of the anti-tank guns. Oh, pin just prevents the decapture. Let's go inside the building, extremely low as well. But the Allies are going to secure the center, re-echelon dying to the King Tiger deep in Axis territory.
Forces are securing our territory.
Okay, Ober's coming in for the big flank on that machine gun. He's jumped out of the building, but we've got Ober's coming in from the other side as well, so that's in some trouble. But the Cromwell coming across to assist. I think the machine gun's probably going to have to retreat here though still. The Allies do have more mobility with all these medium tanks. Can play a more dynamic style. The problem is just getting one of their tanks sniped off by all these anti-tank guns. Ooh, massive crush there. Well done. Does have anvil, so couldn't have the war speed as well, but didn't need to. That was nasty. Serene 6 is on the far side. Raketten's facing this direction now.
We're ready for orders.
Could be a decent time to consider getting the tulip rockets now as well. You know, up against the heavy tanks, if you can stun them in place with the tulip rockets, then it's easier to stun them since they're so slow. And they have, you know, relatively large collision boxes. Yeah, you can do a lot of damage with your anti-tank guns to follow that up. Jaeger rolling over to the other side. Try to come in over here, but Imbbe's going to shut down those capping attempts. Going to need some smoke up in the centre for the allies. Not happening though. Here come the double Rakettens. Jaeger rotating back into the centre, so is the elephant. The spearhead mode on, sees these guys coming, got the radio silence active as well. Making life difficult for the allies, trying to fire off some smoke here. But ends up dying to the Faust to follow that up. Huge walking Stuka hit, knocks out the section, nearly takes out the AT guns as well. Axis making a bit of a move now. Wolf is coming in for the follow-up, nearly. Gun's still alive though. Firefly a little bit far out of the action. Getting involved now. AT gun setting up. King Tiger coming in very deep here. Probably bitten off more than he can chew. Again, this is where the tulip rockets would just be GG.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Oh, is that the zeroing artillery cover, that's what it's called. And down goes the King Tiger. Cromwell getting out of there safely as well. Major overcommitment by Flachi. See the artillery cover. It's such a huge area. Count D crew, but Allies clearing a path through the centre here. Trying to get that VP capping going down. Okay, here comes a 4, but the AT gun's there, so is the Firefly. Firefly with the chase here, maybe could get the kill. Oh, AT gun missed. Getting in quite deep with that Raketten. Killing off this forward assembly will be pretty beneficial, like providing a lot of forward reinforcing. You can drop in med crates with this as well. Silence active again. Playing up again for Imbbe, who has a lot of resources.
Situation is becoming critical. We have only 50 points remaining.
There's the rocket artillery to follow that up. Oof! Werfer though, quite badly off target actually. Use of the heroic charge on the officer, trying to boost up this section. Got an MG34 on that section, by the way. Panzer IV blocking the far side. Got some cav riflemen out now. They're not a bad option. You know, they do have the smoke, really helpful for the capping wars, and sticker satchel as well. Planes coming through there for Azxc. Very helpful for these capping wars. Place the King Tiger with the Command Panther. T-gun not pushing in here for Flachi. And Sherman, what happened over here? Panzer IV. So they did some big damage. Try and maintain sight of this area if possible. Oh boy, hits a mine. Raketen right there. This is bad news for Serene Smile. Trying to go for the exposed Schwer, but that's the price. Big damage onto the Raketen though, so that does get forced off. And it looks like that's enough for the Panther to decide to disengage. So planes coming in clutch there. I think with the support of the Raketen, he probably would have gone for the Sherman kill. Clears up from the Command Panther. Here comes the artillery behind it. The napalm rounds. And the M1 destroyed. Oh, big team win losses there for the Allies. Still though, I think, you know, if they just keep rattling smoke into the center, they can just keep with this capping pressure. Azxc very low on munis now though. Quite a lot of resources, maybe considering the Crocodile again. Crocodile coming down the far side could be pretty strong. Panzer IV is not really enough to defend that. And there's indeed a Crocodile deploys. Flares up, spotting the Axis troops back there. Guys doing a good job holding that center. Don't want to lose those sections with the double LMGs. Heartbreaker there for AZ. Just a bit greedy trying to throw out that grenade before retreat. Oh boy, the Sherman coming in out the back here. Finds the walking Stuka and the Werfer before going down. Great dive there. Good coordination of the flares from the Crocodile. Spotting for that. And the path was pretty clear, you know, ran over the mine over there earlier, so the door was open. Oof. Elephant's pushing back in here. But yeah, I'd take that trait. 2 pieces of rocket artillery for a Sherman. All the repairs required now though, and only one engineer. Could be in major trouble. Elephant here trying to knock out all these decrewed team weapons. So it's the Command Panther. Need to jump back on top of those.
Point.
Okay, it's going to be the Sherman coming out to the far side.
The Germans only have 25 points.
With the announcer, 25 VPs left for the Axis, but they're making a good push into the center. With all the vision they have from the flares from the recon planes. Oh boy. No Faust. Very lucky break for the Crocodile there. If it took a Faust, that was dead. Often getting very aggressive. All of the Brit tanks low, backing out. If he recruit these AT guns, could have mounted a stronger defense here. Left them open, but luckily the Elephant missing a lot of shots. Meanwhile, the Sherman out here clears off the bunker, smashing through the mines, opening up the VP capture with the Cav Rifleman. Axis have capped on the far corner as well, though. With the Crocodile here, you really need to be trying to target like a whole bunch of units, trying to spread that flame everywhere you can. Elephant did back out quite far, though. Comes back in for a big hit. Crocodile in some trouble now. Could fire off the smoke shell. Probably would be recommended. It looks like the Elephant's just, they're content to kill off these decrewed team weapons.
We've got 50 points left.
Steal the Vickers instead. Cav Rifles complete the capture. 2 76mm.
Panther, ready to move.
Another Panzer IV joining in for Flachi. Interesting that he went for that instead of another Panther. With the double obers, I think he's got decent anti-infantry. I think this would have a much easier time against the 76mm Shermans. Imbbe Cromwell coming out to the far side here. Very, very fast. Ready to fire on it as well. It's going to open up the capture for these squads. Cav rifles hiding around the corner here. Could get a sticky satchel off on this Panzer IV. Ooh! Yeah, that's unfortunate. Here comes the double Shermans though, look to finish off the Panzer IV, and the captain. Whoa! The S-mine's backfiring on Imbbe. It loses his grenadiers. Into the center. Crocodile surging forwards. They're just getting blasted by the Elephant and all the AT guns. Captain hanging in there, going for the capture. The Winnekendonk, what was that doing? Just charging in and dying. Cromwell getting onto the rear of the Command Panther, doing all sorts of fancy driving. Just about won with that too. Allies hanging in on the corners. Oh, got to get that officer in there.
The squad's gone.
Throws out a grenade. Dodges forwards.
Enemy causing trouble.
Decides to
Trying take
retreat.
one of our points.
Big losses in the centre for AZ as well. Over to the overs. Oh boy, the double Shermans, they're doing a good job hiding around these corners here. Elephant coming across, but the infantry can't get in there. Axis do stop the clock though, 10 points remaining. And AZ just losing so much in the centre. While all that was going on, that Crocodile, big loss. Really need to see some more, like smoke usage from the Crocodile. Could have been good against the Elephant. Or the AT guns.
Points left.
Okay, here come the Cav rifles. We have that smoke available. Oof. Okay, here comes the smoke. Oh! See you later, Obers. Got some smoke out from the Cav rifles. Stunned by the target weak point though in front of the Elephant. That's bad news for the Sherman. Getting into the smoke here now though. Oh, he's going for the decapture, and Axis not coming in to do anything about this. Double 76mm trying to flank around the Elephant. Got a Panther now for Imbbe. Doesn't quite manage to knock out the Werfer. I think he missed the kill shot on it. Troops down here unable to get the job done, but in the center they are going to complete the capture. Axis getting distracted, and they don't have enough. Command Panther coming into the center here. Grenadiers are standing there. They could run into the center, complete this decapture. Here they come now. 5 points left. Oh, the Firefly's turret so slow spinning around here for the Command Panther. It's going to lose this one. Grenade out. 2 points left.
Lasted swines just knocked
1
out of
point.
vehicle.
Ooh, and there it is. Oh, I think the officer probably would have won this on the far side. It is down over here. Ooh, a real nail biter of a finish. Honestly, kind of surprised the Allies managed to pull this one out. I think a big part of it was that dive from the Sherman knocking out those two pieces of rocket artillery. That really helped them out a huge amount. And the Axis maybe getting a little bit sloppy at the end there. You know, just running that Winnekendonk into the capture circle probably could have led the Axis to hold on. But yeah, good aggression from the Allies. You know, constantly coming in from all sorts of angles with their tanks, not just playing straight through the center, and it really worked out for them. They controlled the edges very effectively and tried to play away from that very strong elephant. Good to see some forward assembly usage, and it was pretty effective throughout the match as well. But yeah, maybe the crocodile play was not the strongest, just kind of operating only in the center, where it's just at its most vulnerable to the elephant. Didn't get much done with that. But yeah, some good dynamic play and a pretty fun match overall. As for Serene Smile, the early game build, you know, with the late WC51 probably needs some work. And I can appreciate trying to get some half-track memes cooking, but they're very high risk. Nearly got the job done though. It was entertaining at least, you know. And they're a lot of fun too. So, you know, who am I to judge? I'd do them all the time myself. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.